All right, listen, we had him on the show. We had Ira on the show. Lifer.
Dude.
Ryan Sheckler.
He went in, dude.
bro.
He went in.
Man.
I told him to his face, like when he was here, I was like, hey, man, I didn't think you were done. I thought you're getting older. You're a family guy now. You got all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this.
Ryan's
He went harder than
killer,
Caballero to flip over that thing.
Yeah, bro.
All these spots are gnarly.
Again, this is a little montage that we put together for
He killed it, bro.
just to show some little highlights from his part. So you gotta, yeah, man. I was shocked.
A little emotional too
shocked.
with
Yeah.
the song. Paying homage to Rolly right there.
I mean, Sheckler's, come on, man. He's such a phenomenal skateboarder, bro. It's going to take a lot for him to not have it no more, bro. He's always going to have it. And as long as he puts in his work, he's chilling straight up. And he's barely scratching. He's young. Like, what are we talking about?
I know, right?
How old was he? Did we remember?
He's
34?
young 30s.
Dude.
I want to
34?
say he's like 33, maybe.
This one surprised the hell out of me. Boardside flip, boardside figgy flip.
Keep up the fake.
Whatever.
This is gnarly.
Yeah,
Remember when he was here, he was trying to say that he was trying to kickflip.
Backside
yeah,
flip,
backside, yeah. And
I was tripping on this, dude.
he's super dope.
Look
cab.
that spot.
He was with his sunglasses on, bro. Kicking it.
I guess the sun's probably right there, and you're like, you kind of.
That's just very hard to skate with sunglasses.
Dude, this My War was so good.
That was good. You
It
know
was
what?
So good.
It was crazy to watch because all the tries, except for the ones where he flailed out, it looked like it was so easy.
Right.
He would catch
He
it
kept
and bail,
flipping.
but
I
I didn't realize that. You really think about it, he's running full speed out of it. So like usually you run out of something, you like kind of jot out, and you're like not really going too fast.
He is hauling balls.
That bungee's no joke, bro.
And
That was insane too.
to see his tries on that makes me like see how he looks like this when he lands.
And I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he posted this. He posted a still of this right before the footage came out. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, it doesn't seem that gnarly to me, right? Just a drop in a tail stall kickflip. Mm-hmm. But once you see it, I mean, we're talking about like
I think it's a mountain.
Yeah,
it's a mountain.
It's you're so high up in the air.
Once
right
you
there.
see the footage, you're like, oh my god,
Oh, it's
man.
nuts, too.
See, to me, that's Trick of the Year style worthy.
Yeah,
That's
big
gnarlier
time.
than the other
big
two
time,
tricks.
Big time. I think the other one was just like a notable, like, dude, that was gnarly.
Yeah.
So you deserve to get some flowers for that.
Because it's just like an incredibly hard trick to do on that. But the tries he didn't land, he's getting absolutely smoked.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not having a good time not landing it.
No.
I think it's funny that in his career, that was the one trick that he battled with the most, that he had the most, that he had to fight for.
Yeah, it was difficult.
And it's funny, man, because after, 30 years of skateboarding, started at 4 years old, you know what I mean? Like, that was the one trick that really got it.
Yeah, that might be... that's his trick. That's the trick that he's going to remember for the rest of his life. Like, he's going to remember all this stuff. The frontside flip, stuff like that. But I think that trick is going to be what...
Yeah. You know what I was tripping on? I went and looked. He's never gotten Skater of the Year.
Yeah.
Never even considered it, never looked at it. And I was like, has Ryan Sheckler ever got Skater of the Year? Nope.
Maybe if he
or nominated. He's been nominated, right?
He's been nominated, but I mean, has to be, right? I'm just saying yes because
I would imagine.
I
would imagine that he would have.
But here's the thing that I thought about that also with. I don't think he's ever made a push for it. Usually Sheckler comes out with like one part a year. Like he films for it, he releases that one part. He's never made like, oh, Sheckler put out like 4 parts this year.
Yeah,
I don't think he's never, I think he's just really stayed to his,
he's kind of just been a contest skater his whole career and would drop parts here and there. Mm-hmm. He would do some gnarly stuff, dude.
Well, the kickflip Costco.
Oh yeah,
Ollie Costco,
sure.
like that stuff like that, which I'd be like, damn, okay, like there's, you're running for it, but like you need more.
But going for Skater of the Year, like that's just become a new thing. It's like I'm going for it. Like I'm gonna say in the past like 10 years, and that's kind of pushing it. I'm thinking like in the last 5 to 7 years that's when people have been like, you know what, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna try to really,
for sure.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was almost like a natural thing, and like dudes are just putting out stuff organically, and then they happen to lie in the sense of like, oh man, Thrasher's paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Damn, they think I'm worthy.
True.
You know what I mean? Now it's a different situation where you got skaters really out here going for it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like from beginning of the year to end.
Josiah Amaze, he says the Thrasher SOTY rigged and doesn't even mean that much. I will say this. I would say the exact opposite of both of those. It means a lot, and it's not rigged. This is their choice.
Right.
We have to remember that, dude.
Yeah.
It is not like they'll take like, hey, what do you guys think? Like they'll put it up, which is awesome for them to do, but that's not that. It's their decision.
The voting doesn't matter.
Yes.
Which there's so many little contests here and there. I mean, Red Bull just did it with their little hiatus. That's the people's choice.
Yes.
Now, then they have Thrasher's choice, and it's always been like that.
If Thrasher says, "Hey, we're gonna recognize your vote," then that's what it is. But if they're not saying that, and it just sucks when they're putting up all these people, and then you're like, you cast your vote, and it really doesn't mean anything. That's whack. You know what I'm saying?
I think
it's people's choice,
it's people's choice.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, for Thrasher, is it people's choice?
No, they're just like putting. It gets more people engaged.
But when they put up everybody's like name and all that, obviously you don't get to vote for those people. It's just like there for your consideration.
You get to vote for them.
So then that's what I'm saying. So if they're making a decision after people are voting, I think that shit's kind of whack.
What about if they did an actual award for the People's Choice vote?
Yeah.
Who won that?
That would be dope.
Transworld would do the same shit.
That would be dope.
Transworld, best skater or best video. Then they'd have like the reader's choice.
Because I would just say, don't let us vote. If you're gonna put up everybody and then you figure out how you guys are gonna do that, but don't let us vote and then think that our vote means something, because that shit is whack.
Involved.
Yeah, well, you don't need, but like I think it's cool because if they're Thrasher, they get to see it, like, and that might influence their what this is what, dude, okay, this kind of works with what we got going on, and hey, guess what, that dude that they might have voted for did no Thrasher stuff that year, and it's like most people that have Thrasher Skater of the Year have done a lot with Thrasher within that year.
I know, but that's the political aspect of it, dude, and that's the shit that sucks. Because again, then don't put up everybody's fucking thing and don't say like, oh, you can vote, your vote's gonna count. No, it ain't.
I don't think they're saying that your vote's gonna count.
All right. Well, what I'm saying is, if like you're giving an opportunity for them to vote,
right.
Okay, so let things play out the way it's gonna play out, and it's unfortunate that it might not align with what Thrasher is doing, and that's their. They can do that. What I'm saying is that kind of sucks.
I think they need to take the voting away, because I think that's what gets them in the most trouble nowadays, is everybody talking about that aspect of it. So take that voting away. It's their decision.
Yeah.
Whoever they want to have.
Because when you talk about like, oh, well, these guys have done all this advertising with us, like, bro, now we're talking about money.
But they're not saying that, though.
I know
the general population
the general population is, but there's some relevancy of that.
For sure. It's not that hard to read between the lines, man.
Like this company spent $10,000 with us, and this company spent fucking nothing or $1,000 with us. These dudes are going to be ahead of the line, and that's unfortunate, but that's the way of the world on so many different levels, and it is what it is.
I think it was more so 3 or 4 years ago, too, when like you had Adidas spending probably tens of thousands of dollars.
They know what they're doing.
Right, and then you have Nike spending tens of thousands of dollars. Like, two companies going head to head trying to get their rider skater of the year.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's changed throughout like the.
I don't think it even matters though.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the way their process of deciding has changed at all over the past 30 whatever years it is.
Yeah. Right.
I wonder if it's changed. You know, back in the day, like it was just all on them.
Well,
like,
it was all on Phelps.
Right. Yeah,
Phelps was the guy. So it had
that's the changing aspect.
100% changed. 100%.
I think it is fun to watch, like when they do put up, like, oh, these are our candidates for like the 30 people, whatever it is, and then like at the end, it was like what? Sorry, Chris.
No,
it's kind of like watching, like we said, the playoffs,
right?
The top 4, and we're all like, oh, and the whole skateboard world engages in it,
right?
And regardless if you're if your guy loses or wins or whatever, it's still pretty entertaining. Like, I know a lot of us were like, Nyjah.
Totally.
Like, because of that part was insane.
For sure.
But that, obviously, they won Tyshawn, and Tyshawn definitely deserved it too. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's funny because it's just like skating, dude. There's no rules to it. It's just whatever, like, a contest is based off of, like, someone's preference.
Totally.
You
I think for me, it just sucks when money dictates that. That takes a lot of things out of it for me when that's being put on the table. Look, if the talent is the talent, and if people are voting for that specific talent, that's who should win. That's just my way of thinking it. However, there's a lot of other little dynamics of how these things are brought to the table, and it is what it is. Everybody can't agree on all these, you know what I mean? These little intricate things that actually really make sense.
Here's the thing, too. You guys got to realize out there. I'm talking to the chat. We have no idea what goes on.
Yeah,
this is us speaking out loud.
We have no clue.
Okay.
It is just us as skaters, just like you guys, contemplating and talking about what goes on over there. We don't know. We haven't talked to Mike Burnett. We haven't talked to nobody down there.
Talked to Tony Vitello.
Tony Vitello. We don't. This is just our.
Yeah.
We have no clue.
We're speaking out loud.
For sure.
And that's why we all say this, but I always tend to forget it's all about what they want.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And that's it. And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if we had 9 Club Skater of the Year, and hey, it's only up to us 3. Dude, it's our decision.
Right.
People could be saying this, that. Like, well, that person did that, but guess what? What do we want?
I mean, could you even think, like, what if Adidas is like given, let's hypothetically, right? Adidas is like spending $40,000-$50,000.
Dude, I get it.
They're spending, then Nike's spending $50,000, and behind the scenes, Thrasher's just like, cool.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna influence us. Cool, bring it on.
Yeah.
They could be thinking that too.
For sure.
Thrasher, you know, they OG.
Yeah,
they're OG,
look,
man.
I'm not saying, look, money rules the world at the end of the day. I would like to think that they would have their best foot forward and do the right thing. But then again, like you just said, this is their choice.
I don't, okay,
Right?
well, in my opinion, I don't think they're doing the wrong thing.
I'm not saying that they're doing necessarily the wrong thing. I'm saying if you're getting people to vote for these individuals, then I'm saying the outside
use their account. Use the votes.
Count their votes.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I think that's what the biggest problem is they have the voting system there for the public, but it's not considered.
And when you
That's
vote,
a big problem.
That's a huge problem, bro.
when you vote, you can't see the results, can you?
I'm probably sure you can't see them live.
I don't think
I
you
have
can.
no idea. I don't remember.
I remember
barely
clicking.
vote.
It's not like we're choosing a president, but at the same time, straight up. But I think at the same time, like, bro, like, come on.
What if Skater of the Year got president the next, like, skateboarding president of the year, like the next?
Has Mikey Taylor ever got Skater of the Year? Shit.
Let's go.
It's a 4-year term.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's interesting. It's fun to talk about, to be honest with you. Because, again, we don't know what the hell's going on over
And don't get
there.
me wrong, man. I love Thrasher. Thrasher's our Bible. You know, especially for skateboarding, we don't have nothing to lean on
Yeah.
besides them. So again, I love you guys, but sometimes you got to fix that voting shit.
I love it. These are conversations that need to be had. A lot of people don't talk about this stuff in pub, like out loud, like, because, I mean, it's like we don't know. The thing is, if we knew how it went, we would be discussing exactly how it went, and that would be done. Mm-hmm. But we don't, and there's always us to like just guess what was.
Yeah, they keep it close. But again, I think that is one of the biggest problems is that they have the community votes that I think people feel they get gypped.
Well, how weird would it be?
You know what I mean? Like they just got their. My vote doesn't mean anything
because they don't see the outcome. If they're showing the outcome after, like, that's dope.
But how about this,
I
though?
don't think that's the case.
I don't know either.
Do you think this is weird?
I haven't. Forgive me, and I'm forgive you for cutting you off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good. Go ahead.
I haven't seen that, nor have I looked for it.
I mean,
So,
we're not there voting all the time
Yeah.
either.
my
It would be interesting to how weird would this be if it's like, I guess Thrasher, I mean, not Train kind of, but like, hey, this is people's choice. You got that award, but this is Thrasher Skater Year, and we're choosing this guy.
Right.
Then you're like, okay, so the people chose him, but
this is what we chose.
this is what we chose.
Right.
So it's like,
I would be all day. Right.
Yeah?
I'm blanking right now. Who just won Skater of the Year?
Tyshawn.
Just this last year,
Yeah.
Tyshawn? Okay, yeah. Adidas,
Second time.
Adidas. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about Nike and Adidas, right?
Yeah.
They could be spending the same amount of money. That's why I don't know if that means anything to them. Yes, it's cool that maybe they're dumping money into Thrasher, but like I don't think Thrasher gives a gives. Why should they? We would have to go dumb data on this and really go throughout all the Skater of the Years and look through each episode. You know what? Who the hell spent more money that year? Right. We have to go dumb data. We can't just call it like that.
Of course.
Oh, so we should ask dumb data to do this.
Get on it, dumb data.
Yeah, we want to see what person did what that year to deserve Skater of the Year.
And how much their sponsors paid?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If you can find that information out, that would be interesting to see at the end of the year. Like, oh, this company spent this much money there.
The only thing that he would have to go off of is the actual ads in the magazines, which we don't know how much Thrasher gives an ad for Nike or gives an ad for Girl.
Right.
It's probably two different prices.
Definitely.
But also, too, it's like you got dudes like Wes Kramer who, you know what I mean? Like he writes for Skate Mafia. Skate Mafia ain't like just dumping money into Thrasher. Wrote for DC. Maybe they were a little bit, but I genuinely think they choose skaters like who represent Thrasher the most, who Thrasher wants to push out there. I think
I can see that too.
He's done it already, man. We have to watch this, dude. I mean, we can't watch it right now, but he's done the Skater of the Year thing.
The breakdown.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen this.
Well, I don't even know what he's breaking down every Thrasher SOTY. From the first one, Tony Hawk. It's pretty good.
Let's get it.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, Jake Phelps won the bun. I forgot about that. That's awesome.
Oh man.
I don't know if I listened to that one.
Anyway, we'd have to go and look at all this stuff, but yeah, who knows?
Like we were talking about Sheckler, right? And like it goes to this, right? But that's something that like that was gnarly. Like that so far, he's on. I feel like if we have that one list,
he'd be on the chart.
He'd be on the chart
for sure.
No doubt.
For sure.
That was unreal. Dude.
Yeah,
but does one part warrant? And I think that one part could warrant Skater of the Year. For me, it's content. It's it's quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I don't give a rat's ass if you came out with 7 parts.
Yeah.
Were they good? Were they banging? That's what I want. I want the good shit.
Yeah.
Don't give me no little filler crap and call that a part.
Yeah.
That's why I
want SOTY.
That's why I like Louis. You know, would put out parts in the beginning of the year and kind of throw, and Mason too. Mm-hmm. And I think you'd see that over time, and still at the end of the year they would go nuts.
Yeah.
Some people would just wait all year till the end.
Yep.
You know.
That's your TJ Rogers too, bro. Like just constantly putting out really good stuff. I mean, these things got to be recognized. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can't overlook some of this stuff, and you know, I think certain individuals do get overlooked based on not having that aesthetic and that look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel you. TJ, I know they left him out real quick at the beginning.
But then everybody said something, and then
they put him
up there.
But you know what? But I don't know if it was an accident or something.
We don't know.
We have no idea. But guess what, dude?
The timing was pretty funny.
What I was hyped on was that they took TJ on the Thrasher trip to Canada this year, and he killed it. And I was like, dude, like, awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe that little mistake was a better thing for TJ. You know, the people spoke up for him,
exactly.
which was awesome. I don't think Thrasher has any like ill will to someone. No, fuck that dude. They don't have that.
But I'm saying they could easily overlook you, whether they, you know.
Well, they're humans just like we are.
There's a lot of skateboarders out here, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But we can do that. We can overlook some people. Don't get me wrong.
For sure.
Like we all are human.
And we all make mistakes, and if Thrasher made a mistake, then that's good on him for rectifying that. Because at the end of the day, the recognition is what's cool about it. Remember, I remember being at Beebles Park, and Beeble got nominated, and Beeble didn't. He's like he knew he wasn't going to win. But he was just ecstatic that Thrasher recognized him for posting every day in the park, doing a new trick every day. And Thrasher said, you know what? Boom, here's a recognition.
For sure.
And that's what matters a lot to people, too.
That 1,000%.
Yeah. That was cool because it was a new way of doing things. And usually skateboarders, the traditional skateboarders, the OG guys are like, oh, it's done this way. It's got to be in the magazines.
Right.
It's got to be in the videos that come out once every 2 years. Like now it's like, dude, Beeble's out there every day putting out like banging clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the turning of of where we are in skateboarding was just that in that moment, because the content was coming from the Instagram, and you have to pay attention to some degree. Like, that's the way that we're getting the content now. So
that's how it. Dude,
they saw it.
That changed my life. That year of that happening with Beeble, same thing I did. I turned pro and I got Trick of the Year.
Right.
Like,
That's
dude,
huge.
if that happened 3 years ago, that wouldn't have happened.
Right.
It was just the
The
world.
timing.
It was the timing, the world, the way the world opened up, I guess, to it. So
I will say this as well, man. I don't want that job.
Yeah.
I do not want that job of picking skater of the year. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I applaud them for year after year making those decisions.
yeah.
Listen, you pick one person, the other people who like that other person's going to be all pissed off. And now with comments and all this stuff that people have at their fingertips,
the stage is
they're going to
set.
hear it.
For sure.
You know? So I don't want any part of that, man. You don't call me because I don't want... Dubs, could you imagine? That's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
Good Lord, man.
Hey, to anyone that's won Skater of the Year, someone said like, "Oh, it doesn't really mean that much." You tell that person that won that doesn't mean that much. They're gonna be like, "You're out of your freaking mind."
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
This is probably the coolest
It's one of the
award
most...
I've ever gotten in my entire life.
In skateboarding, it is one of the most prestigious awards. That list is not long, by the way. Started with Tony Hawk in what year? 1842. Started with Tony Hawk in what?
91, 92?
1980?
Was it
No,
89?
90. 90.
Yeah, 90.
89, 90?
What was the first one?
Here we go. Oh, go ahead. 1990.
90.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not a long list of people.
No, not at all.
You know?
That's like
What's that, 33?
we all
years?
agree that one year though that guy should have won. That's
Yeah.
the only one
That was
Ooh.
that was a big mess up. Sorry, whoever won that
No,
year.
it was
but-
David Gonzalez.
Oh, that's right, that's
and I
right.
was like, he did one of the gnarliest grinds I've ever, like 50-50s on the double kink I've ever
Yeah.
seen. So I was like, damn, that was gnarly too. But it's Kai Mariano. He has like
Yeah.
20 years of legacy.
and he's just come
Yeah,
back from a whole... Bro, they
I clearly say they fucked up.
fucked up. For
Straight
sure.
up.
For sure. Give it to him this year, man. He's killing it. All these Instagram clips, man. Driving me crazy.
Yeah, like you said, that's a tough job.
It's a tough job.
It
I
is.
wouldn't want it. So kudos for you guys over there at Thrasher for handling that. And you guys get a lot of criticism for it.
Straight
you
up.
know? So
But
good
shout out
stuff
to you
though.
guys.
And
Real
but
talk.
listen, it's we don't have. Listen, there used to be Trans World Awards.
Yeah.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
Eh,
They had
it
they had
wasn't.
a premiere after.
It was
fun.
cool,
Yeah.
you know, but it wasn't this prestige.
Yeah.
Like this is a prestigious award.
One,
in
they had
skateboarding.
Transworld had like awards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was an award show
This is one award
Yeah.
for sure.
for one person.
Yeah.
That's it. And then they had the T Eddie Awards at the end are freaking
Oh, yeah.
hilarious. I got one time.
Oh, in the magazine.
I got one in the magazine, and I'm sure they were making fun of me, but I did not care. I was fucking hyped. They called me, it's like Kelly Hart laugh track, because I was like, this is me on the show.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I was like, fucking did it.
You made
I
it.
fucking
You
did
made it, bro.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But
Good
they've done a
stuff.
lot of, I mean, look how much stuff Thrasher has done for skateboarding.
Oh yeah.
They're taking people on trips, doing all these rad, it's awesome.
Still doing it.
Come on. At the end of the day, we love Thrasher.
Yep.
We have to be able to be constructive about how we feel about certain things, and I think that that's okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. It's just skateboarding.